We are addressing the problems facing South African youth today. My brother, my sister, the first problem that we have to confront is alcohol. As much as it wasn't our choice, we didn't decide one day like everybody must just sell alcohol and that teens must get access to alcohol easily. We didn't decide that. It wasn't our choice. It's not necessarily our fault that we were exposed to it. But the problem is, and the reality is that it's escapism. We are not doing it for fun. Like, it's not for fun and it's not something that we can control. It's a proper addiction which relates to us escaping from internal problems which we have. And it's because we also grow up in families which don't like to address internal problems. They don't like to address traumas. So we don't even think like, okay, we need to speak to somebody. We don't think like, okay, we need to go to therapy or something. Or we think, oh, it's stigmatized, like, oh, that's a waste of money. This is a waste of time. Just continue to struggle. No. At one point, we have to sit down and look at our traumas and say, bro, I'm doing this because there's something here. There's something here, you know? So, alcohol is one of those problems which we will be able to fix. Now, the next one is a problem which I can't say out loud, nah, but I'm gonna put it in the corner or in that corner and it's a problem, man. This, gents, ladies, we are constantly destroying our futures the more we engage in that casually and the more we make it something that is just for entertainment. It never used to be this way. It never used to be something about entertainment and it never used to be easily accessible. It only used to happen after you had married somebody, you know, back in the day. Now we have a situation where it's all casual, it's all free, and they put it under these nice terminologies. Oh, it's freedom, it's empowerment. When really it's almost like prostitution. And I'm not saying that you're a prostitute, but I'm saying that who benefits? Who benefits? Because who produces the contraceptives? Who produces the contraceptives? Not you. So anytime you have to engage in that, you have to pay for those things. Let's take responsibility for our discipline, you know? We have to be disciplined when it comes to this thing. Because guess what? It ruins our relationships in the future. It ruins our vision in the future and it ruins our standards in the future to the point where you can find the most perfect individual. But because you're not satisfied, because you've been doing this the whole time, my guy, it will destroy you. It will destroy you. It will destroy your relationship. You will never look at your partner and be satisfied with your partner because you've been doing this too much, bro. I'm saying that's what happens. That's why there's a lot of dysfunctional relationships. That's why there's a lot of disrespect. That's why there's a lot of cheating. That's why it's just a lot that's happening right now based on the fact that we normalize this activity. Now, I'm not saying that the whole society needs to change. That's not going to happen. But you as an individual, bro, if you want to have a good relationship in the future, and if you want to see something in your partner, if you want to see something in your significant other, if you want to see something in the opposite gender, then you have to also represent that. So if you're going to say that I'm going to be disciplined, you know, I'm not going to enjoy hookup culture, you have to say that yourself if you want that to be the thing of your other partner. Like, I don't want that person to be somebody who hooks up. I don't want that person to be this or that and the third. Sharp. Will you be able to do that? Because it's also an addiction and we use it to escape from our problems, but that is also something where through discipline and through work we can fix. Clubbing and party culture. Clubbing and party culture has become the highlight of some people's lives because life itself, the state of the society that you live in, is so unhealthy, it's so unfulfilling that we have to go and party and club in order to get some kind of semblance of feeling like we're in a community, feeling like we're enjoying ourselves. When the truth is, bro, it's not. We're not enjoying ourselves. The truth is that it's a quick escape from the problems that we're having again. It's not like it's a gathering. At this point, it's happening back to back every weekend. No, it can't be that it's just something that we're doing for fun. There's also something in the background where we're trying to run away from something, especially people at young ages. The age limit for clubs is basically gone, to be honest. Younger and younger people are engaging in this because it's their life now, because life is not exciting. The society doesn't make life exciting. The society doesn't even make you feel like you have a future or that you have a secured future. I mean, nobody's employed. So I don't blame you for wanting to do this kind of stuff to the extent that it's detrimental. But it is detrimental. It's not the sense of community that you're actually looking for. Okay, so what are the solutions? What can we do in order to better our lives? And I got a few solutions for you. Physical health. Doing physical activity is important. And that can be any kind of physical activity which suits you. It can be working out, it can be running, it can be any kind of sport that you're already engaged in. People are sporty people in this country, so people like basketball, rugby, things of that nature. But really make physical activity a routine for yourself, because it's about your health and it's about your longevity. So, physical health, physical things of that nature. To your spirituality, brother. Spirituality, whatever denomination you are, you're a Christian, you're a Muslim, you're a traditional, taking your spirituality serious in this specific time. It's a trying time right now. So taking your spirituality serious in this specific time is going to reflect when things become easier, when the times get better. Do you understand? Because it shows the strength that you have, it shows the discipline that you have, and it can change your life. Because all of these books, all of these denominations, all of these religions, they have important lessons that can be applied to your situation today if you actually just look into it. You understand me? And this also requires you to read. We need to start reading more. We've been watching TikTok and all of this short form content to the point where gents don't even want to read one book, not one book. So you need to start reading more. You need to start reading more about, read more about your own history, because you were removed from your history. School didn't teach you about your history enough. But that's not an excuse anymore. We have the internet. I need you to read about your history. I need you to read about your spirituality if you are a spiritual person. And I just need you to read and research about things in order so that we can continue moving. Purpose and prayer. Purpose and prayer are things which are so important. You need to be able to have a purpose, or you need to be able to at least, since we're young, a lot of people don't know what they want to do. Obviously, because we're young, so we don't know. But even just looking for a purpose is a step forward, and praying or whatever. This is back to spirituality. What is your spirit? The way you practice your spirituality is important. You understand me? It's wholly important, because you can't just do this alone. You can't break down this system or try and navigate how this unhealthy society alone. You have to have something to call on, or your belief in a higher power can lead you to better places. It can give you ideas. It can lead you to better places. It can bring solutions to problems that you thought were impossible. So prayer, whatever prayer looks like for you, it doesn't matter what religion you are. The way that you practice your spirituality and your connection with the divine, that's what I want you to learn about. That's what I want you to do. And then try and plant something. Try and change your diet and try and plant some stuff, bro. And I'm saying this because the land, like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro, you live in Africa. The land in Africa, bro, you can literally throw a seed into the ground and, like, it has a chance of growing. Now imagine if you just got yourself some soil, put it in a cup, get yourself a little seed or whatever. There's seeds that are being sold at Macro, not even just Macro, but at all these construction places, these tool places and stuff. They're little seeds. Plant yourself some little tomatoes. Are easy to grow. Plant yourself some tomatoes. Go get the top of a pineapple. Try and plant yourself a pineapple. Try and plant these things. Fruits take a longer time to grow, to be honest. I just say try and plant yourself some veggies wherever you are. Get some water and let it grow. And I'm saying plant this so that you can get into that spirit of, okay, let me start using these things that are at my disposal, these natural things. And I want you to start taking your diet a bit more serious. Just a bit. I'm not saying go extreme, but like try and lay off on some things, especially things which are addictive. Sweets are super addictive, bro. and they literally just destroy you. Like, I'm not gonna cap to you. Sweets, they don't advertise sugar as a drug, but sugar is addictive. Like, sugar activates the same kind of chemical components that any other drug would. You understand? But they don't even advertise it like that. And it's like, oh, sugar is natural, but not the quantities and not the way they process it in these things that they put it in these sweets, these colorants, these drinks, you know. So we need to watch out for the sugar. Sugar is dangerous, bro. Sugar is the same thing that put our parents in diabetes, dog. And you as an individual, I think you need to take your health a bit more serious in this age and in this era, bro. Because there's so much easy access to all different types of foods which are bad for you, dog. You need to take your health a bit more serious. So that's good as well. Check your diet, man. So if you've been watching and this message meant anything to you, if this message resonated with you in any kind of way, I would like you to just please share with somebody who you might think needs it. You know, it's a bit cringy, but I would hope that you would do it. Share with somebody, like it, you know, just so that we can spread a positive message. There's such a negative message and such a negative outlook on the youth of our country, man. There's such a negative outlook on us, you know. We need to change that narrative. We need to put a more positive outlook. So things are going to change and we can make the change. And thank you so much for watching the video. Like if you like the video. Don't like if you don't like the video. Dislike if you dislike the video. And I'm gone. Peace.